Alright, hey guys, so Humble Bundle just dropped a massive bundle. This is the Humble Care Package bundle, and I believe this includes 27 Steam games for $30. And something pretty special about this bundle is that all the proceeds go to charity. 100% of what you spend goes to charity, and there's 5 charities you can choose to support. You can choose to support one, or you can choose to support all 5, but there's some good charities here like American Red Cross, Doctors Without Borders, and so forth. So this is a pretty special bundle just because it's entirely charity based. All the money goes to charity, which is pretty cool. So yeah, is it worth $30? If you don't really care about charity, is it worth $30? I would definitely say it is. There's a lot of games here, so I'm going to go through them pretty quickly. So the first row, Starbound, Darkest Dungeon, and Stardew Valley. These are the 3 main games, at least in my opinion, in this bundle. These are all, in my opinion, worth about $10. I don't think Darkest Dungeon has ever dropped below $10 on Steam, like on sale. So I would definitely say this is like a $5 to $10 game for sure, and this is probably the only game that I really care about personally, just because I own most of everything else. Starbound is a fantastic game. It's basically like Terraria. If you're not familiar with Terraria, it's like 2D Minecraft, but Starbound, you're traveling from different planets, and it's really, really cool, especially if you play with a friend. Stardew Valley, it's kind of like, what is that game called? Harvest Moon. It's very similar to Harvest Moon, but it is pretty awesome. It's a farming game, farming RPG. There's also some crafting, mining, there's various quests you go on, and it's a pretty special game. If you're a fan of like Animal Crossing or Harvest Moon, I'm sure you'll enjoy this. The graphics are pretty special. It's a very cute and casual game, and definitely worthwhile. I would definitely suggest picking this up for about $10. I mean, it is a great game, and I think everyone should experience Stardew Valley. So yeah, those are the 3 main games, at least in my opinion. There's a lot of other games here, so I'm just going to go through a couple of them, some like the games that I think, or at least personally I think, are worthwhile. Minecraft Story Mode, definitely great animations. If you're into Minecraft, you might really enjoy this. It's more like watching a movie. You don't really do a whole lot. It's a adventure game, so it's like a point and click adventure game, so you don't really do a whole lot, but the humor is pretty good. Move or Die is a great multiplayer game, so if you have a couple friends who are also picking up the bundle or who have Move or Die, this might be a fun game to play with friends. Also, I should mention that these 2 have limited availability, which kind of sucks, because in the next few days it's probably going to run out, and then you won't get these 2 games, and then the bundle probably won't be as worthwhile. So I encourage you guys to pick up the bundle as soon as possible if you're interested in Darkest Dungeon or Move or Die. So going down, let's see, Duck Game, Her Story, She Remembered Caterpillars, Stronghold Legends, Steam Edition, and Dread Out. So Dread Out's a horror game. Her Story has won some awards. Duck Game, I think this is by Adult Swim Games, but I've heard good things about this. I think it's a multiplayer game. Yeah, 2 to 4 player local multiplayer couch co-op game. I think there's online multiplayer too, but I'm not entirely sure. Scrolling down, let's see. Pony Island, Mighty Number 9. That's a big one, I would say. I'd say that's worth like up to $5. The Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing. If this is the complete edition, which I'm pretty sure it is, it includes like 3 games in one, and it's a great action RPG if you're a fan of Diablo, Grim Dawn, Path of Exile, etc. You'll probably enjoy this. This game isn't as good, but it's still pretty fun, especially if you're into the Van Helsing lore. Definitely a enjoyable experience there. You get Arma Gold Edition. I'm pretty sure that's pretty old. Grey Goo, it's a great RTS. So let's go down a little bit. Let's see, Sorcerer King Rivals. Don't really know a whole lot about Sorcerer King Rivals. Let's just play a little bit of the trailer. Check it out. I think it's like a strategy game. Yeah, it's like a turn-based strategy game. I think there's probably like a world map as well. Yeah, okay. So then there's Shadowrun Returns, another tactical turn-based strategy game. Zola, this game's actually pretty fun. It's voiced by Sean Bean, if you guys are familiar with him, and it's actually pretty horrifying. You're like traveling like through the Arctic tundra, and it's pretty crazy, especially later on. It has some frightening moments, that's for sure. I played through most of it. Primal Carnage Extinction, Lakeview Cabin Collection, The Park, Magica, Machinarium Collector's Edition. This has some very high reviews on Steam. It's a point-and-click adventure game, so if you're into adventure games, I'd encourage you guys to check out Machinarium. Jumpstars, Fearless Fantasy, No Time to Explain Remastered, and Psychonauts. I definitely say Magica would be fun. You can play this online with friends. It's another like action RPG. So that's a good one. The Park is a horror game. I don't know what Jumpstars is. Fearless Fantasy. I think this is an RPG if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's like a traditional turn-based RPG. Looks pretty fun. And the rest, Psychonauts. It's an old game, but a lot of people really enjoy it. It's like a classic game. I think it originally came out on like the PS2, if I believe. And then No Time to Explain Remastered. That's a pretty fun little experience, but it's very short. I think it's only like 2 hours long. So yeah, that is the entire bundle. Sorry if I went through the games fairly quickly. You guys can definitely look them up on Steam if you want to. But again, I would say the three like top games, at least in my opinion, are Starbound, Darkest Dungeon, and Stardew Valley. Keep in mind that 100% of what you pay goes to charity, so that says something. You can feel good about yourself for supporting some good causes. And I don't know, I would definitely say Darkest Dungeon is probably the biggest game. Starbound and Stardew Valley are also, I mean, these three games alone are probably worth about $30 if you're interested in them. Even if you're interested in just one, I mean, that's like $10 of value right there. So yeah, those three games are pretty big. The rest are sort of just filler in my opinion, but there's some good games thrown in as well. It really depends on your interest in games. I would encourage you guys to check out each and every one, see if you find value in them, and see if your total value comes out to $30. If it does, then I would highly encourage you guys to pick up the bundle, especially if you're missing all the games. If you already own most of the bundle, like me, it might not be worthwhile just because you're not getting too much out of it. Personally, I'm just missing 3 games, but again, I own a lot of games on Steam, so it's not as worthwhile to me, but I'm sure it's worthwhile to most people out there. And I should also mention, like, if you scroll down when purchasing the bundle, there's some sliders at the very bottom of the page, and you can choose to support whichever bundle you like, or whichever charity you like. So yeah, that's it for the Humble Care Package bundle. Pretty neat bundle, pretty enjoyable overall, and it only lasts a week, so keep that in mind. There's probably going to be a new bundle next week when this bundle ends. So yeah, that's the Care Package bundle, and before I go, I just want to quickly mention that the Humble Strategy bundle is still going on. If you missed my last video, there's some great games here. For $1, you can get like Simple Planes and Rebuild 3, and there's some other games thrown in as well, and for $10, you can get City Skylines Deluxe Edition. And then also the Humble Monthly for next month includes H1Z1, so if you choose to subscribe to the Humble Monthly, you can pick up H1Z1 right now. You can actually, they'll give you the game right now, and then next month they'll release the rest of the games in the Humble Monthly. So that's pretty cool, and that's about it. So thanks for watching, and have a nice day.